Welcome to Affair Confessions, where secrets, lies, and betrayals come to life. Get ready for thrilling stories that explore the dark side of love and temptation. Subscribe and let the story begin. I didn't mean for it to go this far. It was supposed to be just one night, a fleeting thrill, nothing more. But now, standing in my kitchen with the sound of my phone buzzing on the counter, I know there's no going back. It's like being on a roller coaster, speeding toward the edge of a cliff, and I can't stop. I don't want to stop. Meet me tonight. Same place. Same time. Daniel's message flashes on the screen, and my breath hitches. Mark is just in the other room, completely unaware of what's been happening right under his nose. The perfect husband, the perfect life, and I'm about to burn it all to the ground. It had all started so innocently. I met Daniel at a work conference a year ago, just after Mark and I celebrated our 4th anniversary. I remember how it felt like fate when our eyes first met in the crowded hotel lobby. Daniel was everything Mark wasn't: confident, unpredictable, the kind of man who commanded a room without saying a word. Our conversations flowed effortlessly, flirting at first, then deeper, more dangerous. It was only meant to be a drink, a harmless connection, but after that night, the pull between us was impossible to ignore. It was like he saw the parts of me I kept hidden, the parts of me that Mark had long since stopped noticing. And before I knew it, I was in too deep, craving the excitement, the fire that Daniel ignited every time we were together. One night turned into another, then another, and suddenly, I was living a double life. Perfect wife by day, Daniel's obsession by night. The phone buzzes again, vibrating against the cold marble, and I freeze mid-slice, staring at the screen. My heart skips a beat, my mind screaming at me to delete it, to ignore the fire coursing through my veins. But I can't. Not when Daniel's name lights up my phone. I glance toward the living room. Mark is sprawled on the couch, totally immersed in his football game. He doesn't notice how my hand trembles as I pick up the phone. He never notices. Meet me tonight. Same place. Same time. The words are simple, but they send a shiver down my spine. The excitement, the danger. It's all too much. It always is. Mark's voice pulls me back. Everything okay, babe? I swallow hard, forcing myself to keep my voice steady. Yeah, just chopping veggies for dinner, I call back, my voice a little too high, a little too tight. I glance at the clock. We're hosting friends and colleagues for dinner tonight. The house will be full of people. I'll be playing the perfect hostess, smiling at Mark like everything is normal when, in reality, I'm living a lie. I delete the message, but the excitement lingers, sending a shiver down my spine. Tonight, I'll have to ignore it. I have to focus. But just thinking about Daniel, the way his hands feel on my skin, the way he looks at me like he owns me, it makes my head spin. Mark is good, safe, predictable. But Daniel? Daniel makes me feel alive, like I'm playing with fire. The evening is a blur of chatter, laughter, and the clinking of wine glasses. Guests move around our house like it's a show they're all a part of, unaware of the secret playing out beneath their noses. I move between conversations, laughing, pouring drinks, but every time I check my phone, my pulse races. My heart is in two places. Here, with Mark, pretending to be the loving wife, and somewhere else, craving the thrill of Daniel's hands on me. I sneak a look at my phone again, hiding the screen as I pour more wine for our guests. I'm outside. Come find me, Daniel texts. My throat tightens. He's here. My heart pounds harder as I glance at Mark, who's deep in conversation, completely unaware of the storm brewing just outside our home. I type back quickly, my fingers trembling. You can't be here. Too many people, I text, hoping it'll be enough to keep him away. His reply is almost instant. I don't care. I want you, he texts. My breath catches. It's dangerous, it's insane, but it's exactly what I want too. The idea of slipping away, of meeting him while everyone is inside, laughing, completely oblivious. God, it's too much. It's all consuming. I manage to slip upstairs without anyone noticing. My heart races, my hands are shaking, and I can barely breathe. I lock myself in the guest bathroom, leaning against the door as I type again. This is too risky. You need to go, I text, though every part of me is screaming the opposite. Meet me in the guest room upstairs. I'm already inside, he replies. I freeze. He's in the house. My body floods with adrenaline. This is crazy, completely reckless. But the thought of him waiting just a few steps away, while my husband and friends laugh downstairs, sends a thrill through me that I can't resist. I shouldn't, but I can't help it. My legs move on their own, taking me down the dim hallway toward the guest room. My heart races faster with every step, my mind spinning. The door's slightly ajar, and I push it open. Daniel is leaning against the window, his silhouette illuminated by the moonlight. He looks dangerous, dark, and oh so irresistible. When he turns toward me, that familiar smirk spreading across his face. I'm already lost. You're out of your mind, I whisper, stepping into the room, my chest tight with excitement and fear. I'm out of my mind for you, he growls, closing the distance between us in a single step. His hands find my waist, pulling me into him, his lips crashing against mine before I can say another word. The second his mouth touches mine, everything else fades away. His hands are on me, sliding under my dress, rough and demanding. I kiss him back, desperate, as if I need him to breathe. My mind screams that this is wrong, but my body knows exactly what it wants. The sound of footsteps outside makes me freeze. My heart stops, panic surging through me. I push Daniel back, my breath ragged. I fumble to fix my hair, my dress, my heartbeat echoing in my ears. The doorknob rattles. I feel like I'm going to faint. I can barely breathe as the door swings open, and there, standing in the doorway, is Mark. He stares at us, his face a mask of confusion, betrayal, and disbelief. My blood turns to ice. Time slows as he takes in the scene, his eyes moving from me to Daniel and back again. Ava. His voice is barely audible, raw with hurt. I want to explain, to say something, anything, but my throat is dry. My mind races, scrambling for a lie, an excuse, but there's nothing. Nothing can fix this. The truth is hanging in the air between us, heavy and undeniable. Daniel, of course, is the first to speak. We were just talking, he says, far too casually. Like this isn't the moment my entire life is falling apart. Mark's eyes narrow, the hurt in his expression hardening into anger. Talking? Is that what you call this? His voice shakes with barely restrained fury. I step forward, reaching out for him, desperate to say something that will make this go away. Mark, please, I can explain. But he's already shaking his head, his jaw clenched. I trusted you, I loved you, and you did this? He turns and storms out of the room, and I can feel my world crumbling around me. Everything I've been trying to hold together is falling apart. Mark, wait, I call after him, but he's already at the top of the stairs, walking away from me. I can't let him leave. I can't lose him too. Daniel leans against the doorway, watching with that same infuriating smirk. He'll get over it, he says, like none of this matters. They always do. Fury surges through me. I whirl around, my voice trembling with anger. This isn't a game, Daniel. You need to leave. Now. His smile fades, his eyes narrowing. What? This is over. We're done. I'm done, I say, my voice shaking. For the first time, the thrill of being with him feels hollow, meaningless. I've lost everything for this. Daniel stares at me for a long moment before shrugging. Your loss, he says, pushing past me, heading for the door without another word. I stand there, my heart racing, the sound of the door clicking shut behind him echoing through the empty house. I'm alone. Completely, utterly alone. And for the first time, the weight of what I've done crashes down on me like a wave. There's no going back. I've destroyed everything. And it was all for nothing. Thank you for watching Affair Confessions. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more captivating tales. Until next time, let the secrets unfold and the stories continue.